Nike, the world's largest sportswear brand, is an iconic name in the athletic industry. It generates an astounding revenue of about 1,000 crore rupees every single day. The company has earned its place in history, becoming a symbol of excellence and performance. World-class athletes such as Cristiano Ronaldo and Rafael Nadal wear Nike products, making it a favorite among the best in the world. But here's something that may surprise you. The founder of Nike, Phil Knight, was once a failed athlete who started his business by selling shoes out of the trunk of his car. This is the incredible story of Phil Knight, the visionary who built Nike from the ground up. Born in 1938 in the small town of Portland, Oregon, Phil had a natural talent for running. From a young age, he dreamt of becoming a great athlete. He worked tirelessly to hone his skills, racing against the best and winning numerous competitions during his school and college years. Alongside his passion for running, Phil pursued his education, and in 1962, he earned his MBA. But despite his relentless efforts, there was a harsh reality that he couldn't ignore. Although he had become one of the best runners in his state, he could not reach the national or international level. At 24, Phil had to face the truth. He was good, but not great. He realized that his dream of becoming an elite athlete was over. This moment was a turning point for Phil. He had failed in his athletic aspirations, but he still longed to remain connected to the world of sports. He had always had a special bond with his running shoes, just like any athlete. So, instead of abandoning his passion, he decided to enter the shoe business. During his MBA studies, Phil had worked on a detailed research paper analyzing the business of running shoes. His paper explored how Japanese companies, particularly in the camera industry, had disrupted the American market with their high-quality, affordable products. Phil's research led him to believe that Japanese shoes could do the same for the American footwear market, potentially surpassing giants like Adidas and Puma. While it seemed risky to base a business on a college project, Phil felt he had no other choice and decided to take the plunge. In 1964, Phil set out to import tiger shoes, manufactured by a Japanese company called Onitsuka. He gathered his savings, boarded a flight to Japan, and went to meet with Onitsuka's executives. Phil was shy and introverted, but he had a vision. When asked about the name of his company, Phil, unsure of what to say, recalled the blue ribbons he had received for his race victories. Blue Ribbon, he said. It was a name that had personal significance. Onitsuka's executives liked it, and Phil began to present his research and his business plan. Impressed by his passion and ideas, Onitsuka agreed to let Phil's company, Blue Ribbon Sports, become the exclusive distributor of tiger shoes in the United States. Filled with excitement, Phil returned to the US and anxiously waited for the shoes. But months passed and no shoes arrived. After nearly a year of waiting, Phil finally received a shipment of just 12 shoes. He immediately shared them with his college coach, Bill Bowerman, who was not only a great coach but had a deep obsession with shoes. Bill loved the shoes and offered to become Phil's 50% business partner. Phil, thrilled by the opportunity, immediately agreed. With Bill on board, the company became an official partnership. Phil and Bill quickly took action. They sent a letter to Onitsuka, requesting exclusive distributorship rights for the Western United States, and placed an order for 300 shoes, worth $1,000. The shoes arrived on time, and Blue Ribbon Sports was officially born. Phil left his job as an accountant to focus entirely on the business, and he began storing the shoes in the basement of his parents' house. This humble space served as the company's first office. However, selling the shoes wasn't easy. Many sports shops rejected the idea of selling tiger shoes. So, Phil came up with a new plan. He would load his car with shoes and drive to athletic events, talking to coaches, athletes, and spectators. It was a sales job, but one Phil knew he could do well. Having been an athlete himself, he understood the needs of other athletes and was able to convince them that tiger shoes were the best. To his surprise, his shoes began selling fast. In just 2 months, he sold the entire 300 shoe shipment and ordered 900 more. However, despite the success, Phil was struggling financially. His earnings were insufficient to cover the cost of his business, and he had to borrow $1,000 from the bank to keep things going. As the business grew, it continued to face challenges. A wrestling coach wrote to Phil, informing him that Onitsuka had given him the exclusive distribution rights for all of America. This posed a huge threat to Phil's business. Determined not to give up, Phil traveled to Japan and met with Onitsuka's executives, making a strong case for his sales and future plans. After meeting the owner, Mr. Onitsuka, Phil's passion won him back the rights to distribute Tiger shoes in Western USA. With his renewed partnership, Blue Ribbon's sales grew steadily. By the second year of business, sales doubled from $8,000 to $16,000. Yet, Phil's aggressive growth strategy, ordering more shoes even before selling the previous shipments, led to negative cash flow. They had no choice but to take loans to pay for the shoes, and when the bank refused to approve further loans, Phil took a job as an accountant at PwC, using his salary to fund the business. Meanwhile, Bill Bowerman, constantly experimenting with shoe designs, created a new shoe called the Cortez. The shoe was a huge hit, and Blue Ribbon's sales skyrocketed, reaching $1.3 million by 1971. It seemed that everything was going perfectly until Onitsuka, seeing the success of Blue Ribbon, demanded that Phil sell 51% of his stake in the company. This felt like a betrayal to Phil. He had poured his heart into building Blue Ribbon, and now Onitsuka wanted to take control. Phil made a bold decision. He would break away from Onitsuka and create his own brand. The birth of Nike was imminent. The first step was to design a new logo, something that would embody the speed and motion of running. Phil hired a graphic design student who created the now famous swoosh logo. With the logo in place, the next challenge was choosing a name. Jeff Johnson, one of the company's first salespeople, suggested the name Nike, inspired by the Greek goddess of victory. The name was perfect, and Nike was born. In 1971, Nike's first shoes were launched. Despite facing stiff competition from Adidas and Puma, Nike used innovative marketing strategies to make a name for itself. They signed Steve Prefontaine, the top runner of the time, to promote the brand. Prefontaine's endorsement marked the beginning of Nike's revolutionary approach to athlete endorsements. Nike also hired passionate athletes and sports enthusiasts for their sales team, which helped them better understand their customers' needs and improve their product offerings. By 1980, Nike had become the largest athletic company in the United States, with a team of 2,700 employees and sales of $270 million. But just as Nike was reaching the top, a new competitor, Reebok, entered the market, offering stylish athletic shoes that attracted a new generation of consumers. Nike sales began to slump, and Reebok overtook Nike as the top athletic shoe brand in 1986. Nike needed a breakthrough, and they found it in Michael Jordan. Recognizing Jordan's immense talent and potential, Nike signed him as their brand ambassador and launched the Air Jordan line of sneakers. The Air Jordans became an instant hit, combining style and performance, and Nike's sales skyrocketed. By the end of the first year, Nike sold $100 million worth of Air Jordans, regaining its position as the leading sportswear brand. Nike's success didn't stop there. The company expanded globally and diversified into other sportswear categories, including apparel and equipment. Today, Nike is the world's largest sportswear brand, valued at approximately 12 rupees lakh crore. Phil Knight's journey is a testament to the power of execution, persistence, and passion. As he writes in his book Shoe Dog, "Let everyone call your idea crazy. Just keep going. Don't stop. Don't even think about stopping until you get there." The Nike tagline, "Just do it," perfectly encapsulates Phil's philosophy. His journey is a lesson in taking risks, believing in yourself, and executing your vision no matter how difficult the road may seem. If you enjoyed this story, you might like our next video, where we explore the journeys of other iconic entrepreneurs who turned their dreams into global empires.